And welcome back to coverage here of Pro Tour Secrets of Strixhaven. Marshall Sutcliffe with Paul Cheon, and we're drafting here in Vegas. Just outside of the Pro Tour area is Magic Con Las Vegas. And it is absolutely incredible out there. We've got 24,000 people working their way through over the course of the weekend. And it feels that way. It's crowded. There's a ton of people doing a ton of awesome activities. And of course, one of those is booster draft. Now, you could do booster drafts out on the floor. Me and Paul had to turn that down because we had work today. But you can also do a booster draft at the Pro Tour if you are so lucky to find yourself in that seat as Nathan Steuer did. Quick update. Paul and I a little caught off guard there by the decorum dissertation that we saw because we didn't see that, did we? I would have noticed that one. Yeah. It turns out it is an error. It is right. So we have the sheet that Nathan filled out here, and he missed by one box. He has dissection practice. That's the one drop that we had mentioned that he had. That is in the deck. Right. Not decorum dissertation. So that is, he just made a small error on his deck registration sheet, but that card is not going to be in the list. But the
dissection practice.
It is, yes.
Yeah.
So let's take a look at the opponent here, Jack Potter, the other undefeated player, though he does have a draw at 7-0-1 coming from Canada. He's, of course, going to be facing down Nathan Steuer. Oh, we found our other Witherbloom drafter, Paul.
Okay.
And did he get all of the pest? Oh, he got 3 of the pest mascot. That is funny.
3 of the pest mascots, but one card that I want to focus on here. What do you see? There's the practiced offense in the 3-mana spell slot. This is one of, if not the best rares in the entire set. Absolutely worth splashing, especially if you're looking to be slightly more on the proactive side of things here. So Jack Potter going to be leaning on that. He's got some ways to splash the card. There's a couple of Forum of Amities, a Plains, and a Studious First here. So plenty of white sources. I think that's going to be a very, very important card here for Jack.
Yeah, Jack looks like he may have the slightly better long game deck. He also got the pull from the grave. So he has a lot of ways to kind of force the game, or to win the game, if it were to go long. So I think we're going to see Nathan position himself as the aggressor in the matchup.
Yeah. But Jack has plenty of 2-drops as well, plenty of ways to kind of curve out on top of that. So, you know, this is kind of interesting because kind of the whole premise of trying to draft something like a proactive Witherbloom deck is to beat down on the other decks.
Jack was showing our card spotter his hand, and that does not look like 7 cards.
Is it 5?
It is 5 cards, no. Paul. That is not how you want to start off your round against Nathan Steuer, especially when this can absolutely become a grind fest. Oh man,
send in the pest
to kick it off.
But that's not the worst here. So Jack, even with that mulligan, does have access to a 2-drop here in the Noxious Newt and has a pull from the grave in hand. So the send in the pest effect gets a little bit muted there. But of course, still being down the resources here, just being down to 5 in general is kind of rough.
And look at this attack here from Nathan Steuer.
Yeah, but
it looks like we're going to see.
Nathan's happy about that because you can run out the Essence Knit Scholar and draw a card because you traded your creature for the Newt.
So he actually wanted that to happen.
Absolutely.
Like if Jack said, I'll just take it, that would have been worse.
And Nathan drew Mind Roots.
Seriously?
So your opponent mulligans to 5 here, and you draw Send in the Pest and Mind Roots?
That is rude.
That is rough. Yeah, well, no cards for you.
Yeah, at least there's no decisions to be made here for Jack.
Just playing off the top.
He really hates to see that pull from the grave.
Yeah, that's kind of what he needed there to kind of claw his way back into this. Okay, off the top. It's a good card off the top.
Last gasp off the top. And who's the aggressor now?
Yeah. I mean, what if Jack just draws a practiced offense off the top? That would certainly do a lot of work here. Yeah, but Nathan's going to slam a 6/6 here. Old Growth Educator entering the battlefield after gaining the life by attacking with the pest. And Nathan still has action in hand with that knockout maneuver off the top.
Yeah, Jack is going to have to come up with some unbelievable top decks here to get out of this mess. Right now, the Noxious Newt is the only thing holding back the Educator.
Yeah, and given that Jack has nothing, I think Nathan might want to just fire off that knockout maneuver on the Death Touch creature just so that he can get in with the 6/6.
That's right. I mean, this game is going to fall apart very quickly if he does that.
But
Leech Collector as well.
perhaps can just play it on the Leech Collector instead, just to kind of spread your power, right? You can play Leech Collector and then use Knockout Maneuver on that so that you have, you know, a 3/3 in play there.
Right, and that can attack into the Pest mascot next turn. But in the meantime, here comes the big fella.
Yep.
Attack you for 6, you're down to 13.
13.
And go. Now both players are out of gas, but as you can see, Nathan Steuer, well, just had more to work with. It's that simple.
Yeah. That Mind Roots was so good here.
Unbelievably unkind. Wow, this is very much a way to get back in the game, though. Brave Researcher can really fuel you. Now, you need some time and you need some life total to work with, but you can do it.
Did Nathan draw a Grapple with Death?
If he did, it's
that would have been that would be an amazing draw if he did.
There's just no way you come back from that.
Oh, and he did. Oh my
okay,
goodness.
Nathan, we see how you do it.
All right, and then Leech Collector has been prepared.
And so that's two
more damage. And then 9 damage coming in.
You can actually just swing with the squad here, right? Yeah,
Right.
Everybody in.
And then that prepares the Leech Collector again.
I go to 21.
And that's going to be game then. I guess you can.
You can block the
soak up
6/6
3 damage
if you want. Yeah. Yeah, there's just no coming back from this. It's just so tough.
2, right?
And now it's actually GG.
Oh, excuse me. It's
Is
the
it once
first
per
turn. Yeah, it's once per
Once
turn.
per turn,
Yes.
sure. All right.
Okay, so if Jack can find a grapple, kill the 6/6, turn the Pest Mascot into a 3/4 off the life gain.
Oh, yeah.
That would allow him to stabilize this board.
Oh. Grapple. It was a forest.
Not Fortis, though.
And that's going to be it. Jack Potter fights the good fight, but he does end up losing game 1. You know, he can't feel too bad about that. Mulliganing to 5 and then having your hand decimated by 2 different hand disruption spells. That is not going to be a recipe for a win very often.
Right. All right, looks like a far more keepable hand here for Jack Potter. The full 7. And is Nathan now on a mulligan?
Yep.
Looks
just
like it.
6, but he's on the draw.
He's got the Bletch.
You can see Nathan's hand up until that Lumeret's favor, all gold cards too.
Right.
There's a Melancholic Poet here to kick things off for Jack Potter.
21.
Oh, okay. That's
And a
off the top.
Biomancer for Steuer is going to bump him up to 21. Does Jack want to offer the trade here?
Yeah. Also has Last Gasp in hand.
Oh, he's going to actually just get aggressive.
2, or take 1 from that.
Excuse me, uses the Witherbloom Charm instead.
Yep.
Yeah, so I'm going to go down to 18. You go up to 21, right?
I agree.
Or, yeah, that's right.
So he gets a repartee trigger plus gets rid of the opposing creature.
Right. And Nathan doesn't have. Oh no, excuse me. He's got the 3-drop there. Probably wants to just play something to the board here. He did find a Mind Roots.
That's got to be tempting too, though. With 4 cards in hand,
Yeah,
good chance to hit a land there.
But yeah, my rule of thumb with that is if your opponent has 2 cards, you almost always fire it off. But if they're on 4 or 5 cards, they're just going to have another play next turn, and you lose a lot of tempo by not playing something onto the battlefield. So it's better to just play out the creature. If they use a removal spell, sure, they go land removal spell. Then maybe on the following turn, you get to take the rest of the cards out of your opponent's hand.
And we're going to see Nathan put to the test here.
Right.
The Poet does attack. Jack Potter has Last Gasp in hand. And
This would
Nathan
be quite
says-
the attack if he didn't have
Right.
Last Gasp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but Nathan does not want to lose Bletch, and that's going to mean that Jack gets to follow up with Lewin as well, and that
Yeah.
does make Mind Roots a little worse.
Yeah, definitely
Right?
does.
Like, if he discards 2 creatures, he can just turn them into pests.
Right.
So Potter giving Nathan Steuer a real run for his money this game. Not so easy as the first game.
Does have that grapple with death. That Lewin seems a prime target here for the grapple. Also would pump up your Bletch with the life gain.
It's really tempting to just
Right.
do that now.
Yeah, especially because Jack didn't even get the token out of the deal, but instead passes and keeps up Lumeret's favor here as a combat trick, because I think he read Jack Potter for Last Gasp.
Yes.
So now, if Jack chooses to attack, Nathan's hoping that Jack goes for the last gasp, and in response, Nathan can fire off the Lumeret's favor. The problem here, though, is if Jack doesn't attack, then all of a sudden, Nathan just left a lot of mana on the table.
Absolutely. I mean, if you're Jack and you're trying to figure out, what does Nathan want me to do? Because he thought so long.
Right.
He's got, what, 5 or 6 cards?
With all this open mana?
No way he doesn't have any play.
Yeah, I think you're probably just supposed to pass back here.
Jack makes a pest with the prepared Lewin. Nope, he's going to go for it.
Goes for the attack. Yeah, and Nathan just definitely knows about this last gasp here. So with the Lumeret's favor, the Bletch will get 8 toughness, I believe, right?
Yeah, plus 4.
Through the so through the Melancholic Poet and the last gasp, I mean, we're still 3 damage short of being able to finish it off.
Damage.
Oh, and Jack says, you know what? That's fine.
13.
Now, he's just going to straight up lose his creature here and give up a repartee trigger.
Right.
But he does get to make another thing. And then I mean, maybe he's rethinking and he could just not use Last Gasp if he wants.
Probably
nope,
still
he's
has
gonna
to go for it. Yeah.
And he loses the trigger as a result of that.
Gain a life.
But he has a Biomancer follow-up, and Lewin is still prepared.
Right. We'll note the Mind Root is certainly looking worse now, as Jack only has 1 card in hand.
And it's a good one, but it also has flashback.
Right.
Annoying. Still, that was a 2-for-1 for Steuer, right?
Yeah. No, it was.
Got
And
removal spell
again,
plus creature.
it's one of those instances where Jack, he kind of was expecting something there, but I guess decided to kind of play into it there anyways, get that trick out of Nathan Steuer's hand. It's just really tempting to just pass back, especially when Nathan misses land drop number 4, right? Just like play your creatures, pass, and then see what Nathan does on the following turn.
Yeah, and Jack doesn't know it, but it would have been a huge blowout because Steuer is struggling to keep up with the board state, and if you just have him strand 3 mana, oh.
Yeah. Now, Jack does have that incredible bomb rare in hand in the practiced offense, but needs to find a white source. Now, noting that he only,
And you saw that
Right.
look from Steuer as he's like, great.
Jack has a singular untapped white source in his deck. There are a couple of black-white dual lands that he can play. There is a Studious First Year, so if he wants to just be able to just play this right off the top, there's just the 1 plains.
He found a Bogwater Lumeret. That's fine. Does he have a reasonable attack here?
Yeah, so the Master Biomancer can certainly attack because that can get pumped into a 4/4, and then I suppose the 3/4 can also attack. And Jack getting very aggressive saying, hey, if you want to eat my pest, that's fine, because that means you're going to take 7 damage from my other creatures.
Yeah, it works out mana-wise well for Jack as well because he can pump and still play the Lumeret.
Right.
And that's exactly what he's going to do here. Yeah, I like that from Jack. I like sacrificing a pest there to get in for that much damage. He knows he needs to close this game out. Steuer's still with 3 cards in hand and a draw step to go up to 4.
And I feel like Steuer, what does he have now? He's got 5 mana up and just passes? What can he do with... Is he bluffing here? Is he just dead? Does he think Grapple with Death is an instant?
I don't know. How did he pass?
He's got 2 4-drops. Those are sorcery speed spells. I think he's... I mean, Jack made an aggressive attack previously. I guess with open... Yeah, I mean, Jack's just getting in there.
I think Nathan maybe made a mistake here because he does not have anything castable.
He can't play anything.
Do anything.
He thinks Grapple was an instant.
He thinks it's an instant.
Straight. Gain a life trigger.
That's a sorcery.
Wow.
Oh, and now he knows. Yep.
And then he says, in that case, I guess I'm just dead, and you can see him shaking his hand. That's some frustration from a world champion, PG champion right there. You don't see those type of mistakes too often.
No, not at all. Yeah, that is rough. I mean, Nathan could have fired that off. And you know what? That explains the previous turn, right? Because he thought it had instant the entire time.
Oh.
He had the... Remember when he passed with the 3 mana up?
Yeah.
I was like, that's a really risky line.
Yes.
But it's not risky when you have... If you think Grapple with Death is an instant.
That's right. And you think I can use the combat trick or I can
the
use
removal
grapple.
spell end of turn if you just don't attack me.
Well, he's going to have to try to recover from that error because honestly, he had a chance to win that game if he would have just fired it off main phase.
Right.
And Jack doesn't find a removal spell. He can stabilize.
Kill the big creature, gain some life. Right. Certainly would have given himself a chance at least.
So everybody makes mistakes like this. The question is, how do you recover?
Yeah. And I feel like Nathan, he's been here before. He's never going to make that mistake again, I'll tell you that much.
That's right.
All right, nice little curve here from Jack Potter. Turn 2 Newt into a turn 3 Luen, utilizing that mana here. If Nathan has something like a Grapple with Death, might want to fire it off just so Jack doesn't get that extra pest token. I feel like every single resource, every single creature, super relevant in this type of matchup.
Very grindy. Typically, green-black mirrors play out this way, and this one's no exception.
Now, I do see a dissection practice in Nathan Steuer's hand, so probably just thinking about the different blocks that Jack might have. And dissection practice would be very good here, right? When you have a 2-2 in play and your opponent has a 3-4, I mean, there's just not a good block here. If you block the Leech Collector, you give the Leech Collector +1/+1, give the Luen -1/-1, clean 3-3 for 2-3 trade there.
So difficult to win combat through that card.
Yeah.
He'd even get free preparation.
And this is nice because Nathan could have played something like a Cost of Brilliance, but the thing is, if Jack chooses to block with nothing, you know what the follow-up is? A 4-mana 6/6 here. As he gained the 2 life there from the Bane.
Wow. What a curve out here from Nathan Steuer. We're really seeing the aggressive side of this list.
I mean,
that is a ton of power and toughness.
Take a look at Nathan's hand, right? I mean, he's got the dissection practice and knockout maneuver in hand here. Jack needs to fire off a removal spell if he can. Yeah. Getting the Melancholy Poet out to get the repartee trigger, getting the 6/6 off the battlefield. So this allows Jack to gain 2 life here.
That was critical for Jack Potter. If he didn't have that sequence, he is in really bad shape. As it stands, we got a game.
Yeah.
18.
And Jack, in fact, he's going to get in there.
Yeah, and I like this because Jack knows that Nathan has some kind of a trick there. He's like, there's no scenario where I'm going to block with this Luen anyways, so I'm going to attack.
Especially when tapped out.
Right.
Right? Like, if you have mana up, Nathan has to really think.
Is the Leech Collector prepared? Was it not prepared?
Oh.
He gained life last turn, right?
He did.
So it should be prepared, I believe.
Well,
it wasn't. Well,
if you remember.
If you remember it, of course. But it was on the battlefield, I believe. So.
Yeah, I mean, it attacked.
And it attacked, yeah.
I'm going to assume that he missed it. I mean, I guess there's a chance that
so
it
probably
was the second time or something.
Killing the Luen here and just attacking with both. I mean, this is going to be pretty nice turn here for Nathan. Oh, just attacking for the 5, just doesn't want Jack to actually block. Remembers the trigger this time.
I'll put you to 7.
Wow, that could really matter too.
Right, Jack could be at 5 this turn, by the way, had he remembered the
mana would have worked perfect. Too.
Exactly, Jack would be at 5 life right now.
Nathan Steuer fighting in this game 3 against Jack Potter. This is also to decide who's the last undefeated player.
9-18.
One other.
That's a Sneering Shade Rider.
That's a Withering Curse in Jack Potter's hand as well. If you can find a way, you know, if Nathan maybe has an overwhelming board.
Is that the -2/-2
-2/-2
sweeper?
Sweeper if you gain life. Now, on this board, probably not interested in firing it out just yet. One other note, by the way, Cost of Brilliance. Probably not going to do it right now, but you can actually target your opponent if you want to actually get some damage through. But I think Nathan is far more interested in finding some cards here to push some damage through. Dissection practice still going to be incredible here, especially against Noxious Newt, as you can shrink the power and remove basically Death Touch from the creature in an exchange.
Into.
All right, he's going to attack. get the prepare trigger.
Remember, it's prepare.
And he also found follow the Lumerets off of his draw spell there, Paul.
Yeah, and again, Jack is like, I know you got a trick here, but I still
he's got
have to,
2 of them.
Right.
He just gained life, too. But the better spot here is dissection practice.
Right. I mean, this is just so strong. Yeah, just shrink the newt. Yeah, because the Leech Collector is currently a 3/3.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, that's, I mean, that's just a clean 2-for-1.
For 1 mana?
4 from this and 1 from this.
And you trample over and you drain your
You take
opponent. I
5
mean,
and
what
then
is
gain
Jack
life. You
even
go to
at
4,
right
I get
now?
him.
Yeah, the only thing missing for Steuer is that he doesn't have black mana
Right.
for the prepare. But
Yeah. But Jack Jack needs something big here. No
smokes.
way to actually gain life here to cast that Withering Curse and use it to wipe out the entire board.
this is such a perfect draw here for Steuer.
Oh, it was.
He's applying huge pressure, and it just doesn't feel like there's a way out for Jack without some way to gain life this turn.
I can tell you right now, though, Nathan, inside, not really happy. He's going to win this game, most likely.
It is looking very good for him.
Yeah.
And that's going to do it. The match goes to Nathan Steuer. But as you mentioned, that misstep, he said it hadn't come up. I got a note from our producer, and he said it hadn't come up in playtest. He was using it proactively to get blockers out of the way.
Right.
And so it just, he thought, I'm just using my instant on my own turn.
Yeah. So
It's a weird thing to slip through the cracks.
Of course, yeah. And again, I mean, it's one of those things. Just Nathan, we know how strong of a player he is, especially technically, right? His technical play is, as good as anybody in this field. But given that, he missed that with the grapple with death, and I think he probably also recognized that he missed the trigger on the Leech Collector. He's probably going to be, kind of centering himself again and make sure he doesn't let those slip through because, it certainly could have mattered in this game.
Absolutely. But he does get away with the 2-1 victory. He is now our only undefeated player and another step towards another top 8. We've got more Magic to bring you here, though. Christoffer Larsen. He's still here, 7-1 coming off of a Pro Tour
Back-to-back?
victory. That is not normal. And then Thierry Ramboa on the other side also sitting at 7-1. Looking to get his first top finish, maybe.
Okay.
At this point, he is long overdue for that. Christoffer Larsen is on a Prismari with Moment of Reckoning.
How are you casting that card?
That can't be right.
Yeah, no, that's not in the deck. He drafted it, but there's actually just no way to actually cast the card, so I don't think he's going to be playing that Moment of Reckoning. But just a Prismari kind of control deck here. Got a couple of filler cards here and there, but that's going to be normally the case.
Oh, we got
in
another
this format.
mirror match here, too.
Look at how many Ancestral Angers Thierry Ramboa is playing.
I've never seen anybody actually do that.
Oh my goodness. And we got a couple of tackle artists and a couple of spectacular sky whales. I want to see a crazy combo finish with the spectacular sky whale and multiple Ancestral Angers. Also, of course, Traumatic Critique, one of the stronger Prismari rares in the format. And of course, Resonating Loot. You combine Resonating Loot with Traumatic Critique, you can just fireball your opponent for lethal very easily.
Very easily. So this is the type of deck that can win the game in one turn, right? A lot of setup, a lot of, okay, I'm ready to go, and then a Sky Whale all of a sudden just kills you.
Yeah, and it's just curious how much interaction Chris Larsen has to kind of stop Thierry Ramboa from actually being able to kind of go all in on one of his spectacular Sky Whales with the Ancestral Angers.
Did you want to say cheese him out? Is that... Because that's what Rambo is doing.
Ramboa's got multiple ways to cheese out the opponents.
I think I did. Yeah, I hear it.
Tester of the tangential here for Chris Larsen.
You know what else Ramboa has?
What's that?
He's got a bulk up. He's just doing all of the oops, you're dead.
Sure.
Oh, no.
I'll tell you, Thierry will have a very difficult time against a deck with a lot of interaction.
Right.
But if not,
Yeah.
he's going to kind of steal some wins.
Ooh, did Chris keep a 2-lander? Nope, has the land here.
That's Tester of the Tangential.
Into a landscape painter. And moving it over to make it so that the increment is very, very easy to turn on. And then, of course, the painter is a nice attacker on the following turn through the 2/3 flyer.
Are we going to see a Sky Whale here from Ramboa?
I sure hope so. Oh, man. Get it. You got to get your opponent kind of low if you're going to try to Ancestral Anger them out. You know, he's got 4 4-drops, so, you know, Tackle Artist, got a couple of those. Oh, and there's the loot.
Okay, this is one of the most explosive cards you can have.
Yeah, Thierry Ramboa with a land will have potentially 10 mana to spend on spells. I mean, I'm just imagining just the best possible combination. It starts with just a bunch of Ancestral Angers into a bulk up. All right, here we go.
Okay,
oh,
okay. This is mana floating too, by the way.
All right, it's just a 3/3 right now. All right, just a 3/3 right now.
Wait for it. You don't even need it. Well, I guess I don't know
Okay.
if it's
Oh,
casting.
3 mana now. We got a 3-drop here. Seize the spoils. Okay. No mana floating, but 4 mana available and a treasure. Okay.
Chris is tapped out and just like, well,
Oh, what do you got?
don't do it. So he's got a treasure plus 2 lands.
Okay.
Uh-oh, is
Oh,
he
no.
counting?
No, just 3. Just 3.
15 all.
I mean, especially if Thierry also just found a traumatic critique or something, you don't need to get that much more damage through. Oh wow, sacrificing the treasure here.
So this is probably for a not spell.
Okay, and then keeping up double blue, so representing something like Essence Scatter, Disdainful Stroke, and perhaps a Banishing Betrayal as well.
Yeah, one card that Thierry did not get any copies of, but that he would have loved is Chase Inspiration to protect a Sky Whale.
Right, yeah.
Like, that's the kind of card that it really can mess up your opponent's game plan, but he doesn't have any of those. He has to kind of risk it all.
All right, Stress Stream.
Stress Stream.
Ooh, and that's going to make the Tackle Artist into a
6 power?
6 power creature and 3 and 3. So that's 12 damage coming in potentially.
Wow. Who's the aggressor now, says Larsen.
All right. Oh, and did have the Banishing Betrayal there.
And that's going to be a
The
big
Surveil.
reset.
Yeah.
And the Surveil really important here too, because Thierry has absolutely explosive potential with that resonating loot.
Yeah, so taking 5 here instead, which is tremendous because now he's not really in danger of dying next turn either.
He put a creature in the graveyard with Surveil, it looks like. He wants spell action. That's what that loot enables.
Absolutely.
15 life for Larsen.
So not quite in critique range. Even with the land, that would be 10 damage coming through. I do see another Ancestral Anger, though, in Thierry Ramboa's
So we're adding
hand.
up. Are we going to see that start?
6 mana here. Is this a Visionary's Dance, maybe? 8 mana.
Float a red.
Yeah.
No.
No, Tackle Artist and 2 spells. Okay. So wait, no, can't actually play the spells here. Yeah,
exactly.
Sure. Oh, okay. Yeah, this makes a lot of sense. Gives the Tackle Artist flying, which is a spell, because of course this creature, when it attacks, it gets prepared again. So that's a nice way to just get that opus going on the Tackle Artist.
Still, Ramboa feels poised to do something broken, but hasn't yet.
Right.
Like,
there
when
is
you
the
have
Anger.
resonating loot and 5 lands and your play is Tackle Artist,
Yeah.
that is falling a little short
Right, definitely.
of what this thing can do. This is an unreal matchup. Ramboa's at 9.
Yeah.
Larsen at 13 here in their first game of round 9.
Does Chris have an answer to this tackle artist? As Ramboa can give it flying next turn again, and they get in for a huge chunk of damage.
Yeah, even if it's not the explosive stuff that's possible, he is definitely moving his game plan forward, but Chris has been too. Very much a tempo game thus far. Banishing Betrayal pulling major work there for Ramboa.
Yeah.
Last turn.
Saved them from taking 6 damage, and Chris Larsen has to recommit 4 mana to play it on the battlefield.
Yeah, and the 2+1/+1 counters are gone. That's a lot for 2 mana.
Looks like Chris Larsen has a lot of expensive creatures
I agree.
in hand. There is a Pigment Wrangler in hand, which can certainly do a lot of work. Spending the full 6 here, though, to play the War Master.
I'm dead.
I don't know.
Am I dead? I don't know.
I don't know.
He's at 5.
We'll find
I'll
out.
let you know in a minute, dude. You're tapped out.
This is, what, 8 damage just on the board, right, in the air.
Yes. But we
But
anticipate
wait, there
change.
might be more.
That was really funny. Am I dead? I don't know.
Well, you start things off with an Ancestral Anger and see where it goes. He said, yeah.
He said, yeah, I'll do
Oh,
it.
he has a Traumatic Critique in hand.
Yep.
Oh, he already has
Oh, yeah,
it?
he's definitely dead.
Oh, for sure then. But he can afford to pay 1 mana
Right.
to get 2 more damage.
Sure. Yeah. Right. And critique your
And
face.
critique your dome. Am I dead? Yes,
All
you
right.
are. Thierry Ramboa picks up game number 1. Looking to knock off Chris Larsen and improve his record to 8-1, but he's got to win another game to do so.
Resonating Loot, a little bit better on that turn.
Lucky.
Yeah, that was incredible.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you get the loot down, your imagination starts to kind of go wild, and
Right.
that's actually one of the best spells you can have.
Yeah, definitely. Chris Larsen just
Expressive
Only-
Fire Dancer. Interestingly, that Thierry doesn't have any of those either. He would love those.
Oh, yeah, with
in
his
his
double
list.
strike.
Yeah, he
and the
just didn't,
trample.
didn't he?
Yeah. Beat downs.
Yeah.
Right?
17.
The 3/3 haste gets in though, so
Charging Strife Knight, just excellent, excellent creature.
17.
Just kind of does everything you want. The hardest part with that one is, do you rummage or do
Wow.
you attack, right?
And maybe you
it is.
Yeah.
Look at this too. Ramboa has his own Charging Strife Knight, and he attacks with it. They are in a full-on
Okay.
race situation. One thing of note here is that Chris does not yet have a island,
No.
and he looks like he's gonna have
Yeah.
to start digging for
Right.
one.
Got to rummage. Okay,
Well,
another
he finds
mountain
4.
and a tackle artist.
Wow, this is a real tackle artist fight.
Yeah, you know?
This is what we were talking about when we were watching Nathan's draft, right? This
Right.
is the scrappier versions
Sure.
of
Yeah.
these archetypes.
Absolutely. These are cards that you consider filler type cards, and oftentimes will be the 23rd card in your decks. But, you know, at the Pro Tour, this is like the 18th or 19th card that makes it into your deck.
Big turn here for Ramboa.
So attacking, and Chris Larsen taking it here, as all he needs to do is play 1 spell to make the tackle artist larger than the Charging Strife Knight.
2 veteran players here as well. It's funny that Thierry attacks and just picks up his pen because he's like, you're not blocking this thing.
Yeah. It's like, let's just move on here.
What does he have, a Sky Whale maybe?
or a tackle artist.
Right?
Perhaps an interactive spell, right? If you have a removal spell, you might want to just kill the tackle artist on Chris Larsen's side of the battlefield.
Yeah. But like if you have a whale, you'd love to have that and then kill it
Sure.
next turn. But
Yeah. He does have a whale. Might have a loot in hand, too.
is he going to go for it?
Or it could be a loot or a whale. I'm not sure. They have the same mana value.
He's
Nope.
just going to play the
Well, there you go. Just the true mirror.
Look at this. The only difference is Ramboa has islands.
Right.
And Chris
Okay.
is currently on the mono red plan.
Ramboa, the only, I mean, I suppose you could block
Wow.
the tackle artist, but it takes it all here.
2 ships passing in the night. There's an island, though.
Okay, but Chris Larsen does have 2 mana available with that island. Is Ramboa trying to set up a combo kill here, given that he didn't block either of those creatures that were attacking?
I mean, nobody's blocking anything, and that means somebody's wrong. Because both of them seem to believe that they can win the race.
Right.
I think Larsen maybe feels forced to do so, given his mana issues, though now that he's found an island, maybe that changes things. The Strife Scholar does have Ward, pay 2 life if Thierry wants to get in the way. Wow, that's a tempting offer.
Yeah, but against the Prismari deck,
Yeah, it's not going to work out well.
and it's likely not going to be lethal here. Okay, Muse's encouragement here, so this is 6 damage coming in now from the tackle artist.
He's instant speeding that.
Right, and you
the
get
counters.
Yep, you still get the 3/3 flyer here.
Surveil 2. Sonar's going to go into the yard, but 1 does go back on top, Paul.
Yeah, so Larsen now down to 8. Now, can Larsen find enough to perhaps try and turn things around?
Does he have something now?
Right, like if he has a Banishing Betrayal
yeah,
for the
yeah.
token possibly into a big removal spell,
Oh, he
that
has
would be
nothing.
great. No?
And he certainly would have used it there on
Yeah.
something had he had it.
Definitely.
That's disappointing for Larsen, who finally found blue mana and just didn't use it.
Now, if Chris Larsen does attack with everything, that is a lethal attack. So that would force Thierry Ramboa to at least block with the 3/3 flyer here. Oh, but
Nope.
Chris Larsen is digging here. Not a great sign.
He's rummaging
That's
with the Strife Knight.
Right.
That's rough.
That is rough. I believe I may have seen a rapturous moment in Chris Larsen's hand. Maybe it was looking for land number 6 to be able to fire that off into another spell here. That would make the tackle artist huge, right? Because
Yes.
it would turn it into a 6/5, and then if you play a 5-mana spell, all of a sudden we're looking at an 8-powered Trampler.
Yeah, Stress Stream high on the list here for Larsen. And he does need to find kind of select spells now at this point. We're not
Right.
talking about just action.
Oh, that is rough. Was not able to find land number 6.
Tackle artist number 2, no attacks. That means that Chris has said, I am not going to win if I just keep turning my creature sideways.
Right.
Now both players are starting to rummage.
Ramboa throwing away the loot here.
Yeah, he is pretty creature-based. This isn't the perfect loot deck,
Right.
so he's going to abandon that plan.
Not that much Chris Larsen can be representing with 1 blue mana. There aren't any bounce effects that you can cast.
No.
All right, Ramboa getting in there. This is
We talked about Chase Inspiration as a card that Ramboa would have really liked but didn't end up with. That's
Right.
one of the only relevant cards for blue mana here.
yeah. Does Chris Larsen maybe have one in the sideboard that he potentially brought in?
No.
Okay.
So he just has to block.
All right. Discard bulk up?
You just played.
Yes, and that is going to do it. Thierry Ramboa improves to 8-1 with an impressive victory 2-0 over Christoffer Larsen, who's still very much in the hunt. He is now 7-2, still an excellent record, though he is going to need the right to ship for this 1 booster draft. If he can pick up 2 wins out of that, you know, he's got a realistic shot at another top 8. But for now, it's Ramboa. And like I said, he's overdue. Ramboa is one of those players that's at the top tables all the time, and wouldn't mind seeing him in the top 8.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing it forever. You always kind of see him at the Pro Tour making deep runs, and man, that deck looks sweet.
That is a nice one, and can certainly steal some victories. That's going to do it for us this round in the booth. We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll be prepping for the next round of action at the news desk. Don't go anywhere.